What happens to culture when you live so high even the sky feels close enough to touch? What happens when your world is made of snow, silence, and stone, and your closest neighbors are in another country? On the edge of China's western border, in the shadow of the Pamir Mountains, lives a people few have heard of. The Tajik people, nomads, eagle tamers, and guardians of an altitude most of us couldn't breathe in. This is their story of faith, mountains, marriage, and survival. There are fewer than 60,000 Tajik people in China today. Most live in Tashkurgan, a county in Xinjiang, nestled between Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Tajikistan. They speak an Eastern Iranian language, distinct from Uyghur, Kazakh, or Mandarin. They follow the Ismaili branch of Shia Islam, a peaceful, mystical faith almost unknown elsewhere in China. Traditionally, Tajiks lived as semi-nomadic herders. They built homes from stone, bred yaks and sheep, trained eagles to hunt across endless white. Their world, cold, high, and sacred. Among the most legendary traditions of the Tajik people is eagle hunting. From a young age, boys would climb into the cliffs to take a young eagle from its nest. For years, they'd feed, train, and bond with the bird, never using chains, only voice and gesture. Hunting wasn't for sport, it was for survival. A successful bird could feed a family for weeks, but it was also a spiritual bond. The eagle was a companion, and the hunt was a prayer. Today, eagle hunting is banned in many areas, but symbolic hunts, demos, and festivals remain. For young Tajiks, it's become a symbol, not just of heritage, but of pride and autonomy. Zohra was 19 when her wedding caravan left her village, riding 6 hours through snow, mountain passes, and frozen streams. She didn't meet her groom until they arrived, but she had seen his letters, written in Tajik script, folded with strands of goat hair, perfumed with rose oil. In Tajik tradition, weddings are not private events. They are village-scale ceremonies, lasting 3 days. There is no kiss, no vow. Instead, drum beats, butter tea, riding games, and a long prayer. Zora wore a veil woven by her mother, with silver coins from her grandmother sewn in. That veil now hangs in a museum, because Zora went on to become the first Tajik woman in her region to open a cross-border trade company. From bride to business owner, from silence to structure. In a country where most Muslims are Sunni, Tajik Islam is a quiet outlier. The Ismaili sect focuses on peace, education, and self-reflection. There are no loud calls to prayer, no minarets, only prayer halls, family rituals, and philosophical storytelling. This difference has made the Tajiks both respected and isolated. But it's also allowed their religion to blend with ecology. Water is sacred, mountains are holy, and knowledge is an act of devotion. In recent years, faith leaders have partnered with NGOs to preserve not just belief, but language, songs, and highland conservation zones. Living at the edge of 4 countries isn't just poetic, it's political. The Tajiks straddle the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, a key part of Belt and Road. Their village is the last stop before Pakistan, and that makes them both economically essential and environmentally fragile. Today, border villages rely on livestock trade, yak wool, goat cheese, cross-border e-commerce via satellite internet, ecotourism, snow hikes, homestays, eagle shows. But climate change is melting glaciers, and young people are migrating to Urumqi or Shenzhen. So the question becomes, can Highland heritage become Highland industry without losing its soul? In Tashkurgan today, you'll find workshops teaching traditional felting, silver artisans exporting to Dubai, girls designing Tajik fashion for TikTok and Paris Design Week. There's even a snow culture development zone, turning ancient identity into economic lifelines. Not everything works. There's tension, commercialization, migration, loss. But there is also resilience. In every stitch, every eagle's cry, every border crossed by a child wearing his grandfather's vest. There is proof. Culture doesn't just survive at the edge, it builds from it. The Tajik people live closer to the sky than almost anyone, but they are not alone. Their story is one of faith, frost, and forward motion. In a place where roads end and clouds begin, they've built a life that balances on stone, prayer, and the wind beneath an eagle's wing.